Hi, everyone. We're still a little bit early, so I'm going to let everyone just funnel in. My name is Rachel. I'm the health coach here at Flowly, and I'll be leading this webinar today. I would love to hear from you because I can't see you. I'd love to hear from you in the chat, maybe where you're coming from today or what you're hoping to maybe get out of this webinar. That'd be really lovely. Hello, hello. You can always put things in the Q&A as well if you have specific questions during the webinar. But Kimberly from our team is here as well to be helping us out in the chat. So you should get a reply right away, no matter what. Hi, welcome from LA. I'm from LA as well. I also need some calm before the holidays. As a health coach, I love actionable tips. So I'm going to go over some of the science, but today is really about tools and tools that you can use immediately. We're going to do a couple different breathwork exercises. So you're going to get to practice here right now exactly what we're going to be doing to support our nervous system. And then all of these same breathwork resources are going to be available for you after the webinar. So you are just hopefully going to feel super calm, super supported. Hi, welcome from North Carolina. How's the weather in North Carolina? I guess I don't really know when the winters are there. I'm originally from Kansas, so I'm a Midwest girl, but I've gotten very acclimated to the California weather, I have to say. Welcome from Nashville. Nashville is gorgeous, one of my favorite cities. Columbus, Ohio. I know Ohio can get cold. Hopefully you guys get some. I love a white holiday season, a white December, so we'll see. Lovely here, not too cold at all. Amazing. I'm going to bring this up later in the presentation, but I'd also love to know if you are celebrating any holidays over the next weeks or months, and if so, what are you celebrating? And sometimes I'm just celebrating a day off. Sometimes I'm just celebrating a moment of calm or connection with loved ones, or if there's anything specific to you, love to cheer you on with that. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day. Here in just a minute, I'm just going to start the presentation and we're going to hop right in. So I'm going to start sharing the screen, but again, I'm going to keep that chat up so I can see everybody. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning, shall we? Okay, welcome to your Flowly workshop for today. It is breathwork techniques and tips for stress-free holidays. Here at Flowly, we understand that stress is a normal part of life. We are able to adapt to stress. However, when living in chronic stress, that can be really difficult on our bodies and our nervous system. So no matter what you're celebrating, no matter how you're feeling today, we have some breathwork techniques for you. Okay, just let's start right at the basics. What is breathwork? Breathwork is the practice of conscious, intentional breathing that is both incredibly accessible and powerful for changing the state of your body and mind. Let me know in the chat if you've done any kind of breathwork before, and let us know if you're a current Flowly hero. If so, you've probably heard a lot of this before, but never hurts to go back to the basics. What I love about breathwork is that one, it's available to you wherever you are. That is super helpful because it's there when you need it. Two, it's adaptable to the specific moment. What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you 5 different breathwork techniques, which I'm excited about because at Flowly, in our Flowly app, we do resonant frequency breathing. That's amazing for increasing your heart rate variability. But today I'm actually going to focus on 5 different breathwork techniques that you can throw into your routine, which is going to be really fun. Breathwork is also free or low cost, so totally free, just like what we're doing today, or if you use something like Flowly, it can be a low cost. And it provides both short-term and long-term benefits. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, I see that some people have done breathwork before. Happy to have you here today to hopefully expand on what you've learned, but let us know too how you react to anything that is shown here today. Why are we talking about breathwork for the holidays? So because oftentimes the holidays can be associated with stress for a lot of reasons. If you were in part 1 of this webinar last month, we really did a deep dive into these. If you want a replay of that, let us know, we can send it to you. Let us know in the chat what you feel like a potential stressor for you might be in the upcoming weeks or months. This isn't to fixate on a stress, but it's to let yourself know, okay, this is a potential obstacle for me. This is something that might come up and might cause me stress, and you can just be aware of it and bring that awareness to it. It could be finances. That can be a big one. It can be expectations around, I need to have a certain kind of holiday party. I need to be a certain way. You know, you can fill in the blanks there of what your expectations might be. And then relationships, it could be a lot of seeing people you don't normally see, experiencing maybe conflict, things like that. People are saying expectations is resonating for them. That's a big one for me. Okay, perfect. Food. I love food. I'm actually a certified integrative nutrition health coach. So food, nutrition, all of that is close to my heart, but also because I have a past with disordered eating and having a lot of expectations around food or body image, things like that. So that can be a potential stressor over the holidays. So if that's you, just please know that you're not alone. And then I also love to throw in seasonal affective disorder here. If you know that, there's less light in our northern hemisphere here during the holidays, but it also shows that there's this biological component to how we feel. So maybe that there are some physical stressors, maybe you're more busy over the holidays or you're traveling, seasonal affective disorder, things like that. All of that can put stress on your body. Again, our bodies are designed to handle stress, but there is always benefit to consciously supporting your body with breath work to help you navigate that. Okay, I'm just checking in on the chat here. Yep. Some people are already feeling the seasonal affective disorder. Absolutely. Maybe we can get you some more specific tips there. There's a lot of great resources around that. Expectations from family, expectations around food. Yeah, we are all in this together. And then what that can look like is this. I wanted to bring an emotional component here as we go into breath work, again, to bring the awareness. So now that we have some awareness around what my stress might be, these are emotions that when you tune into your body, we often think I should feel happy during the holidays. I should feel cheerful and connected. But a lot of times it can feel like grief. Maybe we're missing somebody. Maybe it can feel like loneliness or overwhelm, anxiety, or judgment. And making space for whatever is coming up is a really key part of breath work, because all we're doing is relaxing our body to say, I am open to what I'm feeling and supporting myself no matter what I need. So let me know if any of these emotional words are resonating with you, or maybe there's something else that you typically experience, and we can support you in that. Someone's saying that they have stress around grief for people that they've loved that have passed away. That's hard, and it can be hard every year, and that's okay. And so I really appreciate your vulnerability and sharing that. So hopefully today some of these techniques will help you. So we're going to hop right in. The way that this is going to work today is I have 5 different breathwork techniques, and we're going to do about 2 minutes of 2 minutes of each exercise. The reason being, I want you to be able to experience somatically in your body how it feels to do each exercise. Now, if you are a current Flowly hero, all of these live in the resources tab of your Flowly app, so you can always access them there. We will also send out in our follow-up email the link to all of these on YouTube and our blog. So this is just for you to get to really experience and be present with, what do I like? What pattern of breathing really felt supportive, or what did I notice about my body or my emotions as I went through this? Okay, perfect. Yeah, people are saying that they're experiencing overwhelm and anxiety. Girl, I've been there due to family expectations. Yeah, and having to navigate personal boundaries, huge. Other people have started hosting their family and for the holidays, and that can feel overwhelming. Absolutely. So what you can do is by practicing these different breathwork modalities, you can know, okay, I have some overwhelm coming up. What is going to make me feel more grounded, more relaxed? So before we do this first box breathing exercise, and I'll go into exactly what it is, I want you to just tune into your body right now. For me, that often means a gentle shake. If you've been to any other workshops with me, I feel like I always do this, but it just kind of helps me reset, breathe, and I'm thinking about how do I feel? I'm feeling a little excited. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm also a little nervous. I'm also feeling a little bit of tension and kind of constriction with that excitement. So that's where I'm at before box breathing. We'll see how I feel after. So box breathing is comprised of 4 parts. It's an inhale and a pause, an exhale and a pause. Now, we always recommend nasal breathing here at Flowly. The research is pretty strong about the benefits of breathing in through your nose. And then we often exhale through our nose as well. Up to you if you prefer to exhale through your mouth. So either inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose, or inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Another thing to keep in mind, a lot of times when people think about breathing, we think about breathing deeply. And while diaphragmatic breathing can be great because we can either breathe into our diaphragm, just a little bit lower, or we can breathe into our chest. We want to avoid that really shallow breathing if we can, but more importantly, we are thinking about slowly breathing, just really gently breathing. So I encourage you to be curious about what feels good to you in your inhale and exhale, how you're breathing into your torso. Just bring a lot of curiosity there. So back to box breathing. Each component, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, is the same length of time, which is why it's called box breathing. And it's typically 4 to 6 seconds. So we're going to do about 2 minutes of box breathing now. So go ahead, if you're not already there, get into a comfortable position, tune into your body, think about how you're feeling, and we will get started. Remember that if you get uncomfortable at any time, you can return to a normal breath. There's no pressure. We're going to do 1 more minute. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop there. So if you don't mind sharing, how did that feel for you? This could be noticing how your body felt. This could be noticing, oh, at first I wanted to exhale through my nose and then I was exhaling through my mouth. It could just be how you feel a little bit emotionally. I already feel a little bit looser, a little bit less of that constriction. So let me check in with everybody here and make sure we're all doing okay. Okay, awesome. Someone is saying that at first they felt like they couldn't hold their breath for that amount of time. It can, yeah, I can relate to that, but it got better over time. Really, really great. These are about 10-minute videos. So if you ever do pull them up, you can do longer than 2 minutes. But yeah, I definitely noticed a difference from my first breath where I'm like, oh, I didn't breathe in enough, to later on when I've really gotten into a rhythm. Someone else is feeling relaxed. Someone else had said it made them sleepy. Breathwork is wonderful for sleep. This is a great one if you're lying in bed, because when you think about these specific techniques, it can also help your mind to have something to focus on other than I can't fall asleep or I'm really stressed. It gives you hopefully a little bit of that state of flow of that relaxed focus. Okay, so we're going to shake out box breathing and we're going to go on to our next one. This is Samavriti breathing. I love this one for soothing anxiety. The reason is there's a little bit of counting involved, less so when you follow along with the video, but especially if you do it on your own and you're doing counting, which I'll explain, it can help you again get that focus away from anxious thoughts. Someone is asking why it is good to hold one's breath. It feels anxiety provoking. That is wonderful that you notice that for yourself. There's a couple different physiological reasons that you might want to hold your breath, but if you find for you that it's anxiety provoking, just don't do that one. We're going to move on to other ones, but that's an amazing reflection that you had, that it was feeling anxious to hold that breath. It felt better to just let it go. Wonderful. That's why we're going to go over a couple different kinds so you can see what really feels good for you. So Samavriti means equal fluctuations in Sanskrit, and it's the practice of inhaling and exhaling for the same amount of time. What that looks like is we're going to first breathe in and out on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, breathing out. So no holding in this one, no pausing. And then we're going to breathe in for 4, out for 4, 5, all the way up to 10. I will say when I was practicing this one, 10 can feel really long. So don't feel pressure to go to 10 if that doesn't feel great. But as you do a couple patterns, you might feel that this slow breathing, this really slow inhale and exhale, working up to a count of 10 and then restarting at 3 can feel really good. So again, check in with your body. How do you feel after the box breathing? And we're going to head into this one. Again, just for about 2 minutes. As you do this, you can relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, just being present with how it feels to breathe. About 30 more seconds. Enjoy that long exhale. Okay, I'm actually going to pause it there. So I'd love to hear, how did this one feel different, if it did at all, to the box breathing? Like I said, I love this one because if I'm especially out and about and feeling anxious, and you can just focus counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives your mind and body a place of connection. And this is a really great practice for me for that slow breathing, not focusing on huge inhales to go really deep, but instead a nice, gentle, slow breathing. So that's one of the things I like about this. A couple of people are saying they're feeling relaxed. Yay, always a win. And that it didn't feel as difficult as box breathing. So maybe this resonated a little bit more with you. Same thing, felt a little bit easier, but still felt like they had to kind of work to keep up. No problem. Again, this can be improved also with practice, and also just maybe you'll keep finding ones that you like even better than both of these. Yeah, this one is great for anxiety, great to have in mind for the holidays. Okay, fabulous. So we have 3 more. How's everybody doing? Let me know. Again, don't feel any pressure to keep up with a video or anything like that. This is just about learning techniques that might be helpful for you, and you can always just return to a normal breath. There is no problem with that whatsoever. Okay, so this is 4-7-8 breathing. This one is really wonderful for relaxation, but it is a very different pattern than what we've been doing before. So give yourself a lot of grace as you transition into breathing like this and seeing how this feels. So that's the other thing. Once you get used to kind of breathing in a pattern, when you switch to another pattern, you're like, oh, I need to calibrate to this. So no worries if that's you. 4-7-8 breathing, this is a hold. Now, again, if a hold doesn't feel good to you, so let's only do about a minute of this one. Feel free to just inhale and exhale, no pressure. But this one is an inhale for 4, a hold for 7, and an exhale for 8. So I typically think about getting a really nice inhale for that 4 count, a really gentle pause for the 7, and a slow exhale through my nose or mouth. So we'll do about a minute of this one. Okay. We're going to end on that breath. I feel like a minute goes quickly with that one. Okay. So it's asking, why is there a reason why this exercise has a shorter inhale than hold and exhale? Yes. So this was actually developed by Dr. Andrew Weil. And I will, in the blog post that we have, it is cited. I want to pull it up so that I can be really accurate, but I will put that in the follow-up email. Let me do that because I want to make sure that I'm really going along with the science with that one. But all of these have a specific reaction in the nervous system. So that's going to come in the email follow-up. That is a great question. I'm glad it came up. This one, we're going to go back to basics, no more holds, a stress reduction, a 1-to-2 ratio. So I can speak to this ratio because 1-to-2 breathing is basically half the inhale to the double exhale. So if you're inhaling for 2, you exhale for 4, inhaling for 3, exhale for 6, etc. So the reason that is the case here with the longer exhale is that when we breathe in, our heart rate speeds up. That's just a physiological process. And when we breathe out, our heart rate slows down. Now, basically, when we breathe in, we activate our sympathetic nervous system. Not going to go all into this, but we have some great resources on mastering your nervous system, why this works, but we activate our sympathetic nervous system. And when we breathe out, we activate our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest mode. So if we're caught in a chronic fight or flight, we want to elongate our exhale to just help rebalance, giving a little love to the parasympathetic nervous system. I just want to point out someone in the chat saying that the holds really center me in their body and out of their head, which I think is really interesting. Again, I love the curiosity that everyone is bringing to their own body. Maybe the hold feels good one day, maybe it feels not great another day. So that's why it's lovely to have all of these different options for however you're feeling. But back to 1 to 2 breathing, intentionally elongating our exhale can help rebalance our nervous system and help us really shift into the parasympathetic state of rest and digest. So this is a favorite one for me. Also, we'll follow along with the video counts today, but please know that you can, because it's a ratio, you can do any counts. You could do inhale for 2, exhale for 4. You could do inhale for 5, exhale for 10. So this is available for you, whatever count you need. So again, follow along with the video if that feels comfortable, or you can do your own count if you'd like. And we'll do 2 minutes of this one. Just have about 30 more seconds. Do this as our final exhale. Great. I love that one. I always find it really, really calming. I think it's a combination of the simplicity and just the ease of it. This one I find always feels easy to me and is a go-to for sure for that reason. I don't know if you had the same experience. Let me know in the chat or how it compared to you with some of the other ones we just did. Okay, let's see. Great. Yeah, people are finding this one really calming as well. Fabulous. Okay, so I want to ask really quickly if everyone could just put a yes, no, or I am or I'm not. How many people have the Flowly app currently, our current Flowly hero? Again, no problem. The next one I'm talking about is just there, so I just want to make sure everyone is included and I give an explanation that makes sense to everybody. So Here at Flowly, we combine biofeedback and virtual reality to help you regulate your nervous system. And we do have some additional resources. Okay, so a couple people aren't current Flowly heroes, no problem. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but I truly love this exercise. So I'll just show you what it looks like. It's something that you could potentially recreate for yourself, but it's easiest with the app. Fabulous. When I send out, I'm going to send this out in an email to you guys right after, so you can just reply if you have any questions about Flowly, or just put them here. Kimberly will absolutely be able to help you. So picking up things that are not the phone. So in the Flowly app, just on that Apple App Store, right? If you go into the resources tab, we have something, I have my screen blurred, but we have something called tap breathing.
We'll focus on a simple exercise. It will be a breathing exercise around 5 minutes long. To help focus on your breath, press down on the screen with one finger when you inhale and release the screen when you exhale.
So basically, when you inhale, you press down.
Touching the screen with one finger.
When you exhale, you let your finger go. So you're not trying to hit any count or any breath work.
As you breathe, because it will help us keep track of your breathing.
But it will, at the end of a tap breathing session, which is about 5 minutes, let you know what your breathing rate was. I love this one. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but when you are out in public or waiting for someone and you're kind of scrolling through your phone just because you don't know what to do, I love to just pull out tap breathing, and just when I inhale, I tap down, I get a nice little sparkle, and when I exhale, I let go. It's a really great somatic exercise. It's really sensory with your breathing in and out. And it really helps you recenter with your breath, but you're engaging with your whole body, with your hands, and you get to kind of play around with it. And this can be great for anxiety, great for when you're tired of scrolling on your phone, you don't have anything else to do. I'll just go in and do 5 minutes of tap breathing, see my rate at the end, and just doing that alone can really help me center my body and mind. And it's a fun way to use your phone. So if you're a Flowly hero, I definitely recommend checking that out today. If you're not a current Flowly hero, no problem. You can always kind of do that sensory tapping with yourself with breathing in and out, but it's really fun on the app. So let me know if you have any questions there about tap breathing. Oh, should have gone to this screen. So that's what it looks like, just tap breathing. And then next steps. So before I open up the chat to any questions that you have, I just wanted to make sure that everyone feels really equipped to navigate your holidays going forward. And that looks like a couple of these next steps. So number one, celebrate yourself for tuning into your own present and future needs. Again, breathwork is both short-term and long-term gain. Hopefully in the short term, you feel calmer, you feel more relaxed, you feel more engaged and connected with your body, but over time, you're also priming your nervous system to relax easier, to find a place of safety no matter what's going on. 2, so woohoo, everyone gets on a pat on the back for being here today. It is actually a really big deal that you're here, and it can feel like a really small win, or oh, it's just a webinar I took or a workshop I went to. These are the things that over time build out your toolkit, and that can make a huge ripple effect in your life. So next, explore different breathwork practices. If you are a current Flowly hero, you're doing your resonant breathing frequency or your resonant frequency breathing. But you have now hopefully some more modalities. And then for everyone here, hopefully all of these are, again, just put them in your toolkit. Okay, I don't want to do the holds today, so I'm going to do the 1-to-2 ratio breathing, or it feels really good to center myself with that pause, so I'm going to do box breathing or 4-7-8 breathing. You've gotten to practice these and feel them in your body. Amazing. 2, I would recommend incorporating a daily breathwork ritual to support yourself. This can feel overwhelming when you think about a daily ritual, but it could be literally 1 minute. 1 minute of one video, 1 minute of tap breathing, 1 5-minute Flowly session, because we want to, again, prime our bodies and our nervous system to be flooded with oxygen, to be shifted into our rest and recovery, or rest and digest state. So just think about what that might mean for you. And please let me know if you have any questions about how to incorporate something like that into your life. 4, connect with a community. When holidays feel stressful or isolating or overwhelming, it can be really helpful to connect with someone else. So that could be in our Flowly community, in our private Instagram page. You don't have to be subscribed to Flowly, just meet us there. We're here for you, or whatever that looks like for you. And then lastly, stay curious. Every day is different. Your body's needs change, your mind's needs change, all of that. Okay. So I'm going to stop there with those next steps. How is everyone feeling? Give me a little shout out in the chat. Did this feel like a flood of information? Did this feel helpful? Did this feel like something that you could incorporate into your life? Let me know here. Awesome. Oh, great. Someone is saying it's really helpful. I couldn't be happier. That is what I'm here to do. There's so many ways you can support yourself over the holidays. This is just one aspect of it. But again, I love it because it's there for you all the time. Your body is breathing for you all the time. You don't have to intentionally breathe all the time. Hallelujah. But knowing that you can tap into this resource, this internal resource, completely free at any time, hugely helpful. Someone else is saying that they like that there's different options. I totally agree. I think I find that I gravitate towards certain ones over and over. I love a Flowly session. I love a 1-2 breathing, but it's nice to have options if you're feeling bored or you're just not feeling really, that one breathwork modality is hitting what you need. Try something else. No worries. Okay, perfect. Amazing. I'm glad that people are finding this helpful. Again, we're going to be sending this recording out in an email, but we'll also be sending a link to all the videos, all the explanations. I'll talk about the pause, why that's physiologically helpful in that email. So if you have any other questions, feel free to just email us right back, contact@flowly.world, and we're here to help. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Rachel. I'm the health coach here at Flowly, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully in our Flowly bubbles if you're a member of our Flowly community, and in our Instagram community as well. Bye, everyone.